Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to make a classic Manhattan cocktail. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of mixing up this delicious drink, let's take a moment to learn about its storied history. The Manhattan cocktail is a classic cocktail that dates back to the late 19th century. It was first mentioned in print in 1882, and it is believed to have originated at the Manhattan Club in New York City. The drink was created for a banquet hosted by Jennie Jerome, the mother of Winston Churchill, and it quickly became a popular choice at bars and parties throughout the city. The original Manhattan cocktail was made with rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and a dash of bitters, and it was served either straight up or on the rocks. Over the years, the recipe for the Manhattan has evolved, and today there are many variations of the drink that include different types of whiskey, vermouth, and bitters. Now, let's get to the fun part, mixing up a Manhattan cocktail. To make a classic Manhattan, you will need the following ingredients: 2 ounces of rye whiskey, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, 1 maraschino cherry, ice. First, fill a mixing glass with ice. Add the rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and bitters to the glass and stir well to combine. Next, strain the mixture into a chilled cocktail glass. If you prefer your Manhattan served on the rocks, strain the mixture into a rocks glass filled with ice. Garnish the drink with a maraschino cherry and serve immediately. And there you have it, a classic Manhattan cocktail. You can also try experimenting with different types of whiskey and vermouth to find a flavor combination that suits your taste. But the fun doesn't have to stop there. Once you've mastered the classic Manhattan, there are plenty of variations you can try. Here are a few ideas to get you started. The perfect Manhattan. This variation calls for equal parts rye whiskey and sweet vermouth, as well as a dash of dry vermouth and a dash of Angostura bitters. The Rob Roy. This variation replaces the rye whiskey with Scotch and is named after a popular operetta of the time. The Brooklyn. This variation calls for a blend of rye whiskey, dry vermouth, maraschino liqueur, and a dash of Amur Picon, a type of bitters. So there you have it, a brief history of the Manhattan cocktail and a recipe for mixing up this classic drink. Whether you prefer the classic version or one of the many variations, the Manhattan is a timeless cocktail that is sure to impress.